Hello, welcome to another Atari gameplay video. I have queued up here a game called Mr. Cool by Sierra Online. I believe it was from 1983, and I did play this back in the day. It is a Q*bert style game. Let's see what we got for options here. Not much. Oh, why? Is that what always happens when you start? I don't remember. Is that just how it begins? So no. So you are an ice cube. Presumably a living ice cube by the name of Mr. Cool. Jumping around your habitat, which consists of a deadly set of platforms which are constantly flown past by fireballs. So that makes logical sense, as much logical sense as these things ever do. It is very much a Q*bert style game without the pseudo 3D graphics, and I am not doing very well. The first level was basically turn all of the platforms to whatever the color was, blue I think. And this second level is get them all to, oh my gosh, wow, harder than I remember. Get them all to this purple color, and looks like when you land on them, they can land on, looks like at least 3 different possible random colors, and the farthest away being that red color, which then goes to go, and I committed suicide. Good job, me. Anyway, so 3 possible colors, red, green, purple, at least in this iteration of the game. I don't know if that changes. Highest score, highest round. Well, let's see if we can. Maybe we can't. Oh, maybe it was the fire button that did that. Interesting, let's find out. So it looks like you have, which would probably help a lot, if you deploy it strategically, maybe the equivalent of a smart bomb where all of the fireballs become harmless for a short period of time, and you can actually, I think, collide with them for... Oh my gosh. I should have hit the button. Next time. Alright, level 1 is easy enough. Level 2, however, is another thing entirely. I wonder how many of those, if it's 1 per life or 1 per level. We'll find out here. If I could remember to hit it. Maybe I should trigger it just for the sake of finding out what happens. So there's a bit of strategy involved, watching how fast the fireballs are moving, and oh, and there's baddies. Okay, so I triggered that, and I don't know if I dare touch one of those bouncy spring things or not. Maybe I'll, next time I'm in trouble, I'll try to remember to hit the fire button again, which is what I did the first time, to trigger it deliberately. And alright, obviously I didn't do it. Is that it? No, one more Mr. Cool. So, oh, nope, I do not have it's not per life. Apparently it's 1 per round. Yoicks. Tricky. Alright, well, as Q*bert games go, this is tough. Let's have another go, see if I can do a little better. I wonder if it's 1, well, it's got to be at least 1 per round, right? Lucky. So that one's moving slow. That gives us a little time in that second row from the bottom. Not anymore, though. Not quick enough. Yeah, I'm going to say this is a pretty tough game. There didn't seem to be any skills difficulty settings or anything like that. Hopefully the trigger the fireballs to be harmless thing is once per round and not once per game. That would be a bit... Ugh. So I had already jumped when that thing emerged from when the fireball emerged from the side there. So the speed of them seems to be quite random. And I was going to say you've got a bit of safety on the top row there, but not when the little bouncy spring things come out. Then you have no safety whatsoever. Easy to get caught here. Combination of luck and skill, I think. Okay, all right. So you're safe from everything when you trigger that. So ideally you want to be done with, I'm going to say, the bottom rows when you trigger that, or close to done, because those are the most dangerous. You can't really see what's coming from the side. Alright, so that's level 3. Woohoo! Alright, then you need to get them to the red color now. And was I just lucky in getting them blue, or is it slightly easier level around 3? Nope, seems to be blue every time. Interesting. So I would argue that this is an easier level than, unless there's something I haven't seen yet, easier than level, oh no! Am I done? No, last guy. Alright, can you get extra Mr. Cools? That remains to be seen. Oh, I think the difference here is that every time you hit it, it's blue, so it's a guaranteed 2. You have to touch each platform twice in order to get it to the red color. Okay, so I guess that is technically slightly harder since you don't have the random possibility of getting it to the right color just off the hop. Alright, so white, what's the... Oh. So it's a bit random whether you get it to the right color or not. You might not get any color. Yeah, one free, one get out of jail card per round. Ooh. The one thing that's a little tricky about this is that the movement is diagonal. So if you're using a joypad, it has to be diagonal movement. So I mean, it seems to me I probably held the joypad at an angle, or well, it was a joystick back in those days. I probably just held it at an angle, which would make that a little bit easier. Oh boy, these last ones are going to be tricky unless I get lucky. Oh no! Oh, I did get an extra cube though. Interesting. Okay, can I get down there without getting wiped out? Yay me! Round 5 coming up. Everything's coming up roses. Okay, ooh, so at least three different color options here. So what's harder about this? Oh, do you have to touch each one 3 times maybe? Yes, I think that's what it is. You have to touch each platform 3 times. Alright, so a steady ramp up in difficulty, a little more quickly, arguably a little more quickly than Qbert ramps up. But, not ridiculous. You don't want to, oh no! You don't want to burn that too fast, and I just wasted some of it by jumping the wrong direction. So the middle here that I'm clearing that, oh, jumped the wrong way. Brilliant. I'm the greatest. Okay, well, that's coming up on 10 minutes. I think that's the gist of the game. Actually pretty fun. The graphics are reasonable. Lots of sparkly effects, which I guess are meant to suggest fire. The lava pit, or whatever you want to call it down below, the static pit, doesn't really seem to have anything to do with the gameplay. gameplay. I don't think you can jump into it by accident. I believe I made a move in that direction more than once, which is probably just as well given the challenge of the rest of it. Anyhow, I think that will do it for Mr. Cool. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.